Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're going to get started with our program today, but before we do, just want to call your attention to our latest publication. It's actually a new publication that we have created in an effort to share the good news about our schools, and it's our first stab at putting out a document each quarter that highlights the great things that are going on in each of our school buildings. And so the way that it will work is every quarter we'll put together a quarterly report that will be publicized via the website, and we'll send it out, the link out through email. And then if you'll take a look at it and keep yourself connected to the website, when you are approached by people in our community about our school system, you can flip to any one of these pages and say, well, let's talk about what's going on at such and such a school. These are the great things happening in our school system. And so then at the end of the year, we will take all 4 quarters and combine them into a yearbook, a digital yearbook that will be posted on our website. So you'll see each quarter and then a yearbook with everything combined. So we'll have a catalog of our school events. And so this is the first edition, and there are copies in the back that we would like for you, if you are a partner in education, to take with you so that you can spend time just perusing to see the great things that our children are doing and that our teachers and school leaders are leading in our buildings in an effort to meet the needs of everyone in our school system. The other thing is next Thursday, May the 15th, we will have a community leaders meeting, and it will begin at 8:30 in the morning. And I invite you to come back. At that time, I'll be going over lots of things that are important for you to know regarding the school system, how it operates, and the historical look of the budget, the SPLOS referendums, how the monies have been spent when we have asked for a SPLOS. And so without further delay, I just wanted to make those couple of announcements. I'd like to welcome you to our annual Cornerstone Partners in Education reception. On behalf of the Newton County Board of Education, I'd like to thank each of you for your support and dedication, the support and dedication you've shown to our schools, students, and staff as a partner in education. As you know, our Partners in Education program is a joint project of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce and the Newton County Board of Education and School System. Some of you have been with us since the inception of the Adopt a School program that began in 1986. Is there anybody in the room that has been with us since 1986 as a partner in education through the Adopt a School program? If you are, we'd love to recognize you. If you're not, that's okay too. We'll recognize you when you get here. Anybody been with us since 1986 still remaining? Well, we have a few of them hanging around, so we'll be able to acknowledge them at some point. Our program has grown over the years and evolved into what we now know as Cornerstone's Partners in Education. A great deal has been accomplished due to your efforts to assist the schools in educating our students. Your contributions have enabled the schools to supplement their instructional and recognition programs to do things that the budgetary constraints sometimes do not allow. I can assure you that your support has paid dividends in terms of academic achievement, improvement in student behavior, and attendance. For those of you who are not currently involved in the partner program, we invite you to consider participating in the future. At this time, I'd like to introduce the members of our Board of Education as they work tirelessly to provide policy direction and to develop a budget that directs school resources to impact student outcomes. They really our board is really firm about putting students first. And all the decisions that we make as a school system, everything that we do must impact our students directly. And our board has done a fantastic job of making sure that we do that. So Mrs. Shaquila Henderson Baker is our board chair, and she represents District 3, and she's in the back of the room. She's actually going to volunteer for the second day in a row at the Special Olympics, and we appreciate Ms. Henderson Baker's support. Ms. Abigail Coggin is our vice chair and also District 5 representative, and she's also in the back of the room. We thank her for all of her work as well. Mr. Jeff Metters is our District 1 representative. Mr. Eddie Johnson is a representative of District 2, and Mr. Almond Turner, who is in the back of the room guarding us all. He's a District 4 representative, and he too is dedicated and committed to he's at all of our events. He shows up just like Ms. Baker and the other board members to show up and support all of the initiatives that go on in our school system. So thank you to our board members for being here this morning. It's important that you know that I recognize the importance of strong business, and that as the educational system, we are a business. We are the largest employer in the county with over 2,500 employees, and we are striving to be the best. As a matter of fact, that's our mantra: be the best, because nothing else will do. If you're not the best, then you must be something else. And so that's a journey, though. You don't become the best overnight. It takes a little bit of time to get everybody to be convinced that we can be the best. We can move ourselves strategically to that point. We are working diligently to improve our students' outcomes and strengthen and support our Newton County school system team. And that's what we are, from our transportation department, our school nutrition services, to our classroom teachers and school leaders. We consider ourselves as a team, one team that works to push for all of our students' success. And we're working very diligently to better connect with our stakeholders. If you don't know, I've had several summits this year that I invited the community to come out and listen to the things that I had to talk about, but also to have a dialogue with me and our team about things that you see possible for the future that may impact our schools. We don't think that we're the smartest people in the room. We think that collectively our community represents great intellect, and there's great ideas all over the place. And we're willing to listen to your ideas and take into consideration how we can utilize those things. Not everything we can do, but where we can and when it makes sense, we're going to go for it. So we appreciate the opportunity to better connect with you. It's our intent to make sure our students have choices beyond high school, and that will have them either working and living in our community. So when they have a choice to do that here, or residing, if they choose, in a new location, prepared to take on the challenges of a different environment. So when we send them out, we want them to be good stewards of our community. Whether they're working in it or working somewhere else, they need to be able to look back to Newton County school system and our community as a positive influence. This task can only be accomplished when our community puts education first and considers what's best for students, and that we work together to set high expectations for our students in schools. When we work together, everyone wins. Our Partners in Education program is integral to the success of our students. When local businesses invest their resources in our children, it makes a difference. It does make a difference. When you think that our kids are important enough that you take resources from your businesses and your operations to support our kids, they notice it. And we notice it, and our community notices it, and for that, we are grateful. Thank you for the difference that your business has made. I thank the Chamber of Commerce for being a cheerleader for our students and our schools, and the Chamber sponsors this program and also sponsors today's event, the recognition of our Partner of the Year. At this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Hunter Hall, who is the president of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce, and ask him to make comments and the announcement, deliver the announcement of our 2014 Partner of the Year. And I thank you.
Good morning. Samantha, thank you. One of the, let me get on a quick soapbox as to why we support this and why it's so significant for our community. The reality, when business walks into education, you have two kind of what could be opposing paradigms. Because in business, dollar in typically equates to dollar out, and you can measure it each week or each month, month over month, and look at your dollar and your dollar out profit margins. Education, nonprofits, profits, government, fall in a little different category. Dollar in doesn't always equate to dollar out. You can't measure it in the same way. Dollar in typically equates to resource allocation on the outside. The problem, or the tension, it's not a problem, the tension in education is sometimes it takes 12 years for dollar in to produce product out. It does. And so we sit there and scratch our head and we think, gosh, what's going on? And let me tell you, the business community, from the Chamber's perspective, on behalf of education, what you have here in this facility, in this organization, is awesome. You have intentional leadership. Catch the word, intentional leadership that's strategic, driven in nature. You have a very proactive organization that typically has to be reactive, simply by the nature of education. But not here. They're proactive, they're strategic, they're intentional, and they're working constantly on the horizon. That's why you heard Samantha say, hey, listen, we're not the smartest people in the room. We need your help. And that's why the business community, the chamber, and Partners in Ed is so critical, because we can step in and say, hey, have you thought about, hey, how can we help? How can we participate? How can we help solve your problems? We're not just complainers. We're not just going to make comment, but we're going to bring solutions to the table and partner with the school board and our schools. So anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We're the Baptist.
I hear you. Listen, bring it. That's it. That's why this is so important and is such value. So, to that point, it's an honor for us to participate both in this event, with our Teacher of the Year program, our Principal for a Day program. We love it. We love it. And I will say this, there's probably, in my mind, there's not another organization that has as much impact and long-term significance to a community than its school system. And so for us to hop in, to roll up our sleeves, to get dirty, it's worth it, every bit of it. And so the Chamber's committed to do that, and we will for years to come. So anyway, that's not what's here. I'm off my soapbox. Let's get on. Let's do this stuff. This is a fun day because we get to highlight some really neat stuff. And people that have rolled up their sleeves and gotten dirty. This program has been around for a long time. There's over 150 partners in ed. Businesses that are partnering with our school system. 150. That's strong. Many of them have multiple schools. And so to that point, it's even more significant. Each year, the schools are asked to submit nominations of their partners in ed to say, hey, we love our partner because they do this, this, and that. And last year, our award winner was SKC, Inc., in partnership with the Newton College and Career Academy. And so we want to acknowledge them and their work. This year, again, many applications, and one really stood out. Our principal for the school that nominated has said this: they have gone above and beyond as an education partner. And as I start reading some of their participations, I think you'll see why. This organization conducts a book club at its partner in school, which has supported the school's literacy program by promoting informational text reading, building and enriching background knowledge, checking for comprehension, and summarizing the very skills, the literacy skills that this school needs. And going back to my point about strategic leadership, those terms that I just read about reading comprehension are all covered in the strategy. I've heard them for years in this program. And so I just say that from a business structure, we think, they're just out there doing education. Much more. Very strategic, very intentional. And partners who catch that are really valuable. This organization, our winner today, also provides teachers with hands-on lessons, activities, and opportunities for project-based learning in their schools. The business partner provides the lessons and the materials needed for the classroom, which is really cool. And they're basically helping with the lesson plan and providing the group-based activities. The 2014 Partner of the Year also provides a farm day on school campuses where the students were given an incredible experience to better their understanding of agriculture and the role that it plays in our society. Students had the opportunities to participate in several hands-on activities at the school throughout the day, and teachers were provided the instructional materials to continue the lessons after the program was done. This partner didn't stop there. The 2014 Partner of the Year worked with other agencies and companies to donate a hoop house. You know what a hoop house is? Kind of a greenhouse. It's not technically a greenhouse, is it? No. Yeah. I grew up in the inner city of Houston, Texas. And I took my kids to pick strawberries Sunday for the first time. And I was like, man, this is really cool. So there's my background on hoop houses. But they coordinated with the committee to actually build the structure. So as a result, students were able to understand plant life cycles, pollination, which I don't really fully understand, and even the amazing experience of growing and harvesting their own food. So for an inner city kid like myself, that's really cool. According to the school principal, this business partner not only provides support for the school, but also for the entire school system as a whole. The 2014 Partner of the Year sponsored a farm day on the farm for all Newton County pre-K students, providing them the opportunity to experience life on the farm. Students had the opportunity to touch animals, sit on large tractors, see those giant wheels rolling, and ask questions about agriculture and farm life. Students had been growing butterflies at their home schools and brought it to Farm Day to release on the farm. The 2014 Partner of the Year not only coordinated this program, but also covered all the cost with it as well. And finally, our 2014 Partner of the Year supports the teachers of Newton County Schools by offering numerous professional development opportunities. They provided a workshop in the fall for teachers and removed the financial burden for the schools by compensating for the substitute teachers required to fill in their absence. They provided lesson material and that were needed to implement the lessons. They took the teachers on a field trip to local farms, provided lunch at no cost to the teachers. It was an amazing opportunity for teachers through the county to learn about ag, the importance of it, and teaching students how to make the connection between local agriculture and their community. But again, they didn't stop there. The organization also sponsored teachers, all expenses paid, to attend local, state, and national conferences supporting agriculture excellence in the classroom. It's very obvious that this partners in education truly supports not only the students of their sponsorship school, but also the students and teachers for the system as a whole. At this time, I'd like to call on Middle Ridge Elementary School Principal Mr. Michael Forehand to join me in presenting the 2014 Partner of the Year Award to the Newton County Farm Bureau. Representing the Farm Bureau is Mr. Keith Mitchum and Ms. Crystal Hyatt. Y'all can join us.
I can't compete with that camera. She's gonna tweet, yes. Got it.
I think she wants you in it.
I want you in the picture. I don't like pictures, so.
Good morning, everyone. Just want to say a few amazing things about these people. They truly roll up their sleeves and they dig in the dirt with us, which takes a lot for our boys and girls. Our boys and girls don't have a lot of experiences outside of the schoolhouse, so they have actually brought education to life at Middle Ridge Elementary, and we very much appreciate all that you do. Miss Crystal comes to our classrooms and she co-teaches with our teachers. So that's amazing. We very much appreciate you. In fact, this morning they were at our school serving breakfast to our teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week. So they've been there this morning already. So on behalf of the Board of Education, our superintendents, the executive support team, our administrators, teachers, parents, and students, we love you and we appreciate all that you do for us. Thank you.
Mr. Keith Mitchum is going to speak on behalf of the Farm Bureau. He is very well prepared. He loves public speaking. So.
You know what makes it so great, I grew up through the FFA program. And have y'all ever heard picture the audience in their underwear, if you're nervous? As Mr. Hall was speaking, we went on a marriage retreat together. So we played not so newlywed game. So I could think of some of his answers up there, and man, I'll tell you what, I was just, I'm at ease up here with him, so. But I will say one thing, and to kind of brag on Farm Bureau. A lot of y'all think we got the insurance side of it. The insurance side is to make money for the Federation side. A lot of folks don't understand that. They think we're an insurance company, which we are. But the insurance company, and through membership, provides us funds to do things like this, and we're all volunteers, except for Crystal. She's on, but I'm a volunteer. Everybody that put up that hoop house is a volunteer. So I think that really makes that unique. All the hours and different volunteers, farm day, everybody's a volunteer. So with that, and you know, I was thinking of a story about gasoline, and I don't know if the guys are still here, and I sure don't want to pick on them, but I saw Kaufman Tire here, you know, and Partners in Education. And you think of the story about, you know, agriculture is not that important, or we don't got that much agriculture here in the county. But you think, well, you know, I can't go to work if I ain't got no tires on my car, you know, importance. Well, you can walk, or if you ain't got no gas prices, you know. But I would like to say to that, you know, if you can walk to work, just try to walk to work on an empty stomach. So I think that with that, we're pretty important. So thank y'all.
Just for the record, we did not do the marriage conference in our underwear. In closing, I want to just draw your attention to this document that I think is on your seats. You'll notice every school is listed. Some schools have tons of sponsors. There are other schools that don't have any. And so I would ask, and we at the Chamber would be happy to help facilitate and happy to call on these businesses on your behalf. We would love, if you know of another business who you think would be interested in this, we'd love to help connect them and get them to be partners in that, and specifically with one of the schools that doesn't have any sponsorship. So again, a reminder from Samantha, you've got in the back the big handout that has every school's kind of a school yearbook on this, our first edition, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Yep, and I'll tell you how you use that. I used it this week. We got the email, and there was an industry person who's relocating to Newton County, and sent them that to be able to say, hey, here's a snapshot of what's going on in schools. If you have friends, family, things like, send them the email, give them the copy. All right, listen, please stay, network, hang out, talk schools, talk education, talk public speaking in your underwear, marriage retreats, whatever it takes. So thank y'all, and kudos to Farm Bureau.